Hi folks, happy Friday. Welcome back to the channel. Been a wee while since I did a video, but I've got a bit of extra time on Friday afternoon that I don't usually have. So I said, stick on the microphone, stick the camera on and post a little video. Going to make a transfer, going to decide on my captain, get my team locked in for game week 37. Only 2 game weeks to go. Hopefully we can all finish with 2 big fat green arrows and sail off into the summer, into the World Cup with a strong finish to the FPL season. And before we know it, we will be back pre-season, the best part of the campaign, to go again. I hear some of you saying, I don't know if I can go again. I need a break. But you know what happens. July, August rolls around. You see the new player prices. You get excited. And before you know it, you've got a team set up for another grueling campaign of Fantasy Premier League. So before I get into this week's action in terms of making a transfer, picking a captain, picking the bench order, which is quite tricky this week. I might need to bench a Manchester City midfielder, so I'll try and figure that out on the video as well. This week there was a nice new addition to the FPL website. We can now do a game week recap, which is powered by Adobe Express. So I'm on a laptop here, so I'll show you how to do it. You can do this on the app, on the website, through your browser as well. All very nice. And this is what it looks like for me after game week 36. 83 points. I triple captain Cherky. Almost a disaster. The assist off the bench saved me big time. He got 59 minutes in the first game, which is right on brand for me. Almost a Sadio Mane / Leroy Sané triple captain disaster hat trick. So thankfully avoided that. But again, it wasn't what I was hoping for. Just when the triple captain gets played, Pep Guardiola decides to reduce the minutes of Cherky. Elsewhere, got an assist for Martinez in goal. James Hill, who's been one of my players of the season, with another 6-pointer. Gabriel, as standards, double-digit haul. Probably should have been a captain a lot more this season. Could be a good captain against Burnley this weekend. Elliot Anderson, I bought him in game week 30. He's got 2 goals since. We know how often he gets defensive contributions. So that was a very good transfer and another 12-pointer. And then I brought in Semenyo for Cole Palmer last week. And that also worked out because Palmer blanked again, as he's done a lot this season. I was just looking at it today. Cole Palmer has only scored 104 points. Players like Joe Gomez at Wolves have more points. João Palhinha, Moises Caicedo. Disaster of a season FPL-wise for Cole Palmer. Having not owned Haaland or Salah all year, I really needed players like premium picks like Cole Palmer to be reliable captain picks, but it was not to be the case. So I'm looking forward to going back to a normal play style next season. No self-imposed player restrictions. Erling Haaland will be back in. Doesn't look like we'll have Mohamed Salah to choose from, but not that he got a huge amount of points this season anyway. Elsewhere last week, Watkins got a 9-pointer. Nice to get some bonus points there. Bowen and Thiago blanked, but not too worried. They'll probably stay for the final 2 game weeks. You can see there as well, you can do some pretty cool stuff on this Adobe feature. You can make some cool graphics, so have a play around with that yourself in your own time. Make sure you have a look at your game week recap after game week 37 as well, and make sure you share it on your socials. Let's get to game week 37. And as things stand, this is my bus team. Bruno Fernandes captain, but I'm probably going to buy Bukayo Saka to replace Bryan Mbeumo, and then it will be a question of, do I captain Bruno or do I captain Saka? I feel like Saka is the best captain this game week because of the fixture at home to Burnley, and goal difference could still play a part in the Premier League title race. But because my rank is 500k plus and I'm not too bothered about where I finish, I, as a Manchester United fan, will probably just stick with Bruno Fernandes captain at home to Forest. Saka's going to come in for Mbeumo. I could look at Gyökeres instead. There's only one free transfer. You know, Gyökeres for Watkins, for example, or any of the strikers really, because I've got 4.8 in the bank. But I'm leaning towards Saka. He's one of my favourite players. Over the last 3 or 4 seasons, when he's fit, he's usually in my FPL team. So I do not like the idea of not having him for a fixture at home to Burnley. You can see there top left. Maybe you can't see that, can you? It's slightly hidden at the moment, but you can make some really cool team badges now as well with this Adobe Express. So make sure you check that out as well. So let's just go to the transfers page. Let's pull the trigger. I am recording at 1:45 p.m. on Friday. Pressers are not finished yet, but I think I'm pretty safe to go ahead. If something goes wrong, I'm not fighting for a top 10k, top 50k, so it's not the end of the world. I need to leave home for a couple of hours in a wee while, so I'm just going to get these transfers done. This transfer done, I should say. Brian Mbeumo, goodbye. What a disappointing couple of months it's been owning him. Can't remember the last time he scored a goal. Bukayo Saka, £10 million. Take my money. That will leave me with $3 million in the bank for one transfer on the final day of the season. So, make transfer. Double check as always. And Mbeumo out, Saka in. And now we need to get Saka into the starting 11. I am not benching Elliot Anderson. He's too good. Always good for DEFCON. We know we can get attack returns as well. The three strikers, I mean, Thiago's fixture is very good this week, so he's fine. Bowen has been quieter recently. I think it's game week 24 the last time Bowen actually scored a goal. But he's got 9 assists over that period, so he's going to be in my team for the final 2 game weeks. I could bench Watkins against Liverpool, but I like the idea of some Friday night action along with Emi Martinez. So I think it comes down to bench a Manchester City midfielder. I love Cherky, but his minutes have become an issue. They've got the FA Cup final at the weekend. Semenyo feels safer for minutes at the moment. So as much as I love the player, I'm going to reluctantly stick him first sub this week. I'm going to play Saka. I'm going to stick with Bruno Fernandes captain just because that's what I want to do. If I was top 50k, top 10k, I would be going captain Saka. I think he is the best captain. But I will play it my way this week because nobody cares what I'm doing. I've changed that by mistake. Get that armband back on Bruno. I meant to do vice captain Bukayo. So that is me for Game Week 37. Hopefully O'Reilly's okay. He missed the last game, but even if he doesn't play, I've got Van Dijk. It's not ideal when I've got Watkins as well, but Van Dijk's fine in his own right. You could argue James Hill should be ahead of Virgil on the bench for some more heroics, but I think I'll leave it like this. Let me double check. Let me save the team. And that is me for Game Week 37. Martinez, O'Reilly, Maguire, Gabriel. Captain Bruno Fernandes is going to get 7 assists to smash the record. Saka, Anderson, Semenyo. Hopefully I get their Semenyo minutes right over Cherky for the Tuesday fixture. And up front, Watkins, Bowen, Thiago, who are all good players, who can all score goals. They haven't all been on fire in recent times. Hopefully Watkins does start the game. And hopefully a green arrow. So yeah, I am 538k. If I can get into the top 500k over the final 2 game weeks of the season, I will be very, very happy. I came from, if I have a quick look here, game week history. In game week, when was I 6.9 million? Game week 10. Game week 10, I was as low as 6.9 million. So to claw it back to 500k has been very, very satisfying. Now, it's obviously still not a good rank, but Erling Haaland absolutely destroyed me first couple of months of the season and gave me an absolute mountain to climb. But thankfully, he became human again and he calmed down and I was able to claw back. But again, I didn't have Cole Palmer's, Alexander Isak's to rely on. Saka was injured for large parts. So yeah, it's been challenging for sure, but I'm glad I tried something different this year and looking forward to getting back to normality come August for Game Week 1. Best of luck this Game Week, folks. I'll try to come back with another video for Game Week 38. Might even do a post-season one as well. And I'm planning to fire up this YouTube a lot more often in pre-season. You might even see some World Cup content here. So make sure you hit subscribe on the way out. Hit like, leave a comment. Let me know what your transfers are this week. Let me know who your captain is. And yeah, enjoy the games this weekend. And I'll talk to you very soon.